Morrigan! Yes, that's the comment I was reading. Like the find the Griffin with a Warden companion. Dude, Dragon Age Veiled Guard's gonna be awesome. This is absolutely a beautiful planet. This is amazing. All right, we gotta go. How far away is that? 7 hours. We gotta get back in my ship. Well, fuck it. Let's just summon it over here. So my Minotaur should be with me as we go over there now. Oh, it's gonna squish that poor little creature. Ah! Oh, it just missed it. Ha ha ha! All right. Now we should go up into Atmo. I love the sound of rain on the canopy. It's so cool. Anyway, sorry for the rant earlier, guys. Every once in a while you're going to get rants from me. I don't rant as much these days as I used to do in the early days of the channel. Hang on, where is this drop zone at? Oh, I guess we have to find it, don't we? Have to scan for it, maybe? Hold to tag. Are we right on top of it? God, the views on this planet are amazing. Joe says, just watched trailer for Skeleton Crew and it looked good. There is a difference between shows that are made for families that kids can enjoy, but adults, and complete shows like the Ewoks. Complete kid shows, correct. That's the thing, it's like, there's also, I've talked about this in a different video elsewhere. There was a great Twitter thread about how there is a subset of Star Wars fans who have forgotten what Star Wars was. And in their minds, like, the George Lucas versions are the best versions. But they also bitched and moaned about everything George Lucas did when George Lucas made. Like, they hated the prequel films. They bitched about the Legendary Universe, the Legacy Universe, the Extended Universe books. Like, they hated... Like, everyone forgets... Like, everyone hated the Star Wars Christmas special. Are you kidding me? Like, that was one of the most reviled things that he ever did, and people have somehow conveniently forgotten that. And now it's like Disney's this horrible thing, and they've ruined Star Wars, and it's like, you were the same people complaining that George Lucas ruined Star Wars 40 years ago, because you hated that, you hated the Ewok films, you hated Jar Jar Binks, and now all of a sudden, no, George did everything right. My favorite thing was watching George get on stage at the Cannes Film Festival like 3-4 months ago, whenever it was, and just call out all of these toxic Star Wars fans and just lay into them. And I was like, oh, the OG coming in telling these guys that you're just a bunch of toxic little bitches. It was awesome. I hope they make season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett too. My niece and nephew love the Book of Boba Fett. There were bits and pieces I didn't care for in that, but oh, I loved every bit of The Acolyte. The Acolyte was awesome. I had a great time with that show. Especially the end lightsaber fight was so good. So good. Like all the talk they made about how like we're gonna try to make an epic lightsaber sequence worthy of Star Wars. There was some lightsaber fights in that show that were middling, a little over choreographed in the early episodes, but by the time they got to the end episode, I was like, this is freaking amazing. That end lightsaber fight. Alright, I'd say this is probably going to be it up here over the... There it is. Biological horror detected. Let's back up because I need to get in my... Where's my Minotaur? Come here. Alright, switch to... Oop, oop, oop. Careful, let's find the horrors. Where are they at? I think I gotta get... God, what I wouldn't give for a target lock. This thing auto-fire? Oh, it auto-fires! I never even paid attention. Oh, this makes it so much easier. Just auto-fire. Does it heat? Overheat or whatever? Okay. How many did I get? I'm not tracking that. Oh, I am tracking it. How come? I have 15 of 50. Okay. Rogue One's great. Andor is a great show. Can't wait for season 2 of Andor. It's gonna be good. Alright, well if the horrors are done, let's get out of this thing. And Andor was probably one of the better things like Star Wars was. I really enjoyed Andor. But I'm extremely easy to please because I have that inner child in me. Like I'm seeing some people talk about how they didn't like the narrative and it wasn't. The Acolyte did not have the greatest narrative of all time. But if you watch it from the perspective of the 5-year-old child that lives inside all of us, it was a lot of fun. It was cool lightsaber sequences. We had martial arts sequences. You know, there was a lot of fun to be had in the Acolyte. Not the best Star Wars that's ever been created, but I had fun with it. Andor, a good example of where's my Minotaur at? Because I need to get inside of him right now. We have more wars. Come here, buddy. My brother... let's jump away from these guys. My brother did not like the first few episodes of Andor as an example. He was like, this is the worst Star Wars I've ever seen. And my brother's a huge Star Wars fan. And then he watched further and he was like, by the end of it, he was like, okay, that was really good Star Wars. And I'm like, I know, right? And it didn't have a single lightsaber in it. That's the best part. It was showing the tyranny of the Empire and how evil the Empire is. That speech that he gives in that Stellan Skarsgård gives in the hallway to the other spy that he's recruited, and he gives that speech about how, you know, I sacrificed my joy, I sacrificed my relationships, I sacrificed my love, I became the enemy to fight the enemy. That speech is one of the coolest scenes I've seen in a Star Wars anything. Just that's a super deep look at you have to do bad things to fight bad people sometimes. And it was like, Kermit Spade says, I have a friend who will go on and on about what canon is or isn't, like there's a Star Wars Bible somewhere. It gets annoying. Correct. There's the worst is like the people who are like, now that it's Disney, they're like, Disney Star Wars isn't real Star Wars. Only, I'm probably going to lose fans for saying this now. A bunch of you are going to be like, I'm going to unfollow Renfail now because he's saying things that I don't agree with. The people who say that the extended universe is the only canon these days. And it's like, well, unfortunately, that's not how... It's not how canon works. Like, we don't get to pick and choose. It's based on the owners and or governors of the property. I love the legacy stuff, but canon is defined by the owners and or creators. Thank you for the tip. Oh shit, where's my Minotaur? Give me the Minotaur. I need credit for these. Come here. Anyway, I'll stop talking about controversial Star Wars stuff because I totally, every time I do that, I end up losing followers. Alright, I think I got those. Point being, there's nothing wrong with critiquing Star Wars, but there's no reason to hate it. It's still the same Star Wars. Dude, a Dash Rendar series would have been great. Joe says, in the prequels, I have some criticism in the dialogue that we were filmed, but love the story. Perfect example of that is, I love Attack of the Clones as a film. I hate, with a passion, I really don't like the way he did the love story between Padme and Anakin. It's so... But again, he wrote it for kids. It's definitely like teenage angst, and watching that as an adult is painful to watch how bad those scenes are. But I still love the films. Like, you know, it's the dialogue is coarse and gets everywhere. Oh man, that's great. George cannot write good dialogue. George is a great. Even his dialogue in A New Hope is pretty bad sometimes. Oh man. Let's go to the. If we hang out here, do we get more of those to spawn? Do they just keep spawning around here? Because I still need a few more. Or do they only spawn when you're waiting for the waypoint? Exactly. He grew up on serials from the early days of TV and radio, so that's what we got. And modern audiences may or may not. I don't have a scanner in the Minotaur. Use the Minotaur scanner on the quick menu. Radar? I don't have a scanner installed. Lindsay says, hey, first time catching it live. Discovered you recently through your Baldur's Gate 3 videos. Brand new players, super helpful. I'm glad that you find them helpful. Had a lot of fun with Baldur's Gate 3. We might get back to another playthrough at one point down the road. Oh, I finished the the optional. They spawn on arrival. Okay, that's what I was wondering about, because I haven't seen any more spawn since I've been here. I kind of want to work my way towards the next site. How far away is it? I'll arrive in 1 day. Go into the small buildings, it might trigger more of them.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Biological, thank you, that was a great tip. Come here, come here! Let me in! Let me in! Oh, I hate how... Okay, there we go. Okay. Come here, you little shits. Ah! Can I recharge my shields? Oops. No! Wrong! Wrong! No, I guess those are just... They are what they are. Thanks for the tip, though, by the way. That was great. Just run into one of the little buildings. Why did it not? It like disappeared from my tracker. I only need 2 more. You have to wait for a recharge like the exosuit. Okay. If you shoot the whispering eggs, they'll spawn more. Thanks for that tip, Kermit. Are there whispering eggs around here? I didn't think I saw any around this building. Well, let me go back in, because we could probably get another one to spawn.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Maybe, maybe not. I might need to go in one of the other buildings that I haven't gone into yet. Purple egg things. Yeah, I know what they look like. I don't see any around this building. Wait, are these the same things? Those are unidentified plants. Okay, there's none coming from this one. They're only around abandoned building types? Okay. Good to know. So I won't find them here. Well, we may have cleared all the ones that are gonna spawn here, because I think there's only those buildings. Oh damn it, did I miss a health terminal? I never pay attention to what those things look like. Thanks for that, guys. Let's go ahead and see if there's any close POIs. Probably not. I probably need to fly to a POI. I only need 2 more, so let's go to the final site. Then on the other side of the planet. It's not too far away, I don't think. Trees! Yeah, let's go up in ammo. Anyway, for anybody who stuck around after all the Star Wars ranting, I appreciate it. Dude, every time I review Star Wars shows positively, I lose like every single time. Like in Willow, when I reviewed the Willow show, my wife and I had a great fun with that show. I thought it was a fun kids show, had a great time. When I reviewed, it was the first time in like 3 years I think at the time we were averaging like 700, 800 followers per month on YouTube. I had a negative following amount the month that I reviewed Willow. I lost hundreds of followers by saying that I liked the Willow show. And I was shocked by how reactionary some people are about television and entertainment. And I was like, holy crap. And every time I post like anything positive about Star Wars, I lose followers. Same thing with Star Trek. Like I love Star Trek. Like some people just can't handle. Oh, I fucking love Dark Crystal. Have you seen the new the with Pod and everything? Like my wife and I loved the new Dark Crystal show on Netflix, and we were so disappointed that we didn't get a follow-up to that because it was so much fun. And like all the behind-the-scenes stuff that they featured with Jim Henson Productions and all the work that went into doing the creatures, the blending of CGI and hands-on puppetry, those documentaries were absolutely amazing to watch from a production standpoint. And yet some people are like, Star Wars, Jim Henson, triggered, can't watch it, triggered. Oh, it probably didn't make enough money is why it stopped, unfortunately. But it was a great show, I mean. Lars says the situation I mentioned they spawned are for this expedition only normal situations with the eggs and also attacking tendrils on infested planets. Okay. It was great, emulator. The Skeksis and Farscape. Dude, Joe, it's so bad. Like on my Twitter, on X. Ooh, is this underwater? Or is this on an island? Somebody's doing a video right now. They did a reaction video recently, and it's a much bigger streamer, someone with hundreds of thousands of followers. And he was talking about he's so tired of like every time he logs onto YouTube, it's like all he sees is like people hating on Starfield, they hate on Star Wars Outlaws, and it's never because bad game. It's for agenda purposes. They're hating these supposed agendas that these games have, and it's like it's just hate train. Nobody wants to. It's like no one wants to just play games to have fun anymore. It's a very unfortunate thing, but it all comes down to the rage bait. That's what sells. Like every time Nerdtopia makes a video, that's all he does. That's the only content he knows how to. He does not know how to make a positive piece of content. His whole existence is, I'm gonna make shit that lets the incels of the world celebrate their rage. I probably just triggered some more people by using a forbidden word. This is one of those streams, everybody. Oop. Alright, there's that done. Oh, this is much easier killing her from the Minotaur. Holy crap. Dude, that was a piece of cake. That was amazing. I had no idea it was so easy from within the Minotaur. Let's collect the reward from this. P field compressor? All right, let's go clear this. Ah! I don't want to fight these guys right now. I'm done with you. Leave me alone. It's one of those things. Alright, let's deserted terminal. I don't care about the goop. I have marked this world for you. Leave my program. Nothing to the Vanguard, nor a shameful deserter. Ah, this time I was paying attention to the health thing. Seems like everyone is just looking for an excuse to be pissed off about something, says Kermit. Yes. Yeah, Ethan, the same thing. It's like as soon as someone says like there's a black woman in a video game, it's gonna be a horrible video game. The worst comments I've seen around Star Wars Outlaws are people who are upset because they're like, the NPC is ugly, and why is it a woman? We should have gotten, we deserved Han Solo. We deserved a Han Solo video game. Like, how dare you not give us? And it's like, it is a Han Solo video game. It's the smuggler in space. It just happens to be a female, and I'm totally fine with that. The actress playing Kay Vess is fucking awesome. I cannot wait to see her dive into that role and bring that character to life. I mean, it's gonna be so much fun. It's like, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be streaming the absolute shit out of Star Wars Outlaws on this channel starting August 27th. That is gonna be the main stream once we get to that point. So if you're on board for that, make sure to follow along if you haven't already done so. And for you today, don't forget I am multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. 11 a.m. Central Time every single day. The day-to-day happens over on YouTube. I do videos every hour on the hour, starting at 6 a.m. Central until about 10 p.m. at night. We're playing a lot of No Man's Sky, a little bit of World of Warcraft right now, waiting for the War Within to launch. We're also going to be playing Space Marine 2 after Star Wars Outlaws, and we're also doing Lord of the Rings Online right now on Monday nights on the Angmar server. So it's a variety channel. We do lots of different things. This is the main game for now, but next week we'll be moving on to other things, and then I will be having a vote at some point in the next couple of weeks asking my No Man's Sky community members what day or night they're going to want me to continue, because I want to keep playing this game until the end of the year because I got a lot of stuff I still want to achieve, but I have to pick a time slot for it because it's no longer going to be the mainstream game after next week. So we'll have a vote up soon about where do we slot No Man's Sky. All right, what is this? Giant Sentinels. Isn't Fiendish Meat the one where you have to cook? There's no such thing as DEI, mate. That's just your imagination. Alright, let's get back to this. Outlaws is going to be great. Exactly, Kevin. Kermit, sorry. People are complaining. It's just, yeah, it's just... I love Far Cry and Star Wars. I also love all the Assassin's Creed games. But I also love massive... The thing is like everyone says it's an Ubisoft game. It's not an Ubisoft game. It's a massive entertainment game. If you want to know what it's going to play like, go watch Division 1 and 2 and go play Andromeda. Not Andromeda, sorry, Avatar. I don't know why I said Andromeda. Go play the Avatar Pandora game they did. Massive makes great games. They are published by Ubisoft, but it's not the same thing as Assassin's Creed, but I happen to like Assassin's Creed games. So I like The Division. I like Assassin's Creed. Like, what's not to love in that game, you know? Nutrient processor. Where did I put it? Well, first and foremost, let's put this in my inventory. Quick transfer. There we go. I was going to say, I thought I had it somewhere in here. I don't remember what it looks like. Ah, there it is. Okay. I guess we'll get in the building and wait for the storm. And then we'll place the nutrient processor. Can I place that inside here? I can. Alright. Now I need to do... Oh wow, there's... Okay. Prepare fiendish meat. Burn the memory of evil from the meat. Display. To begin cooking, process the rancid flesh into something edible.